Welcome back. So I've got my two designs ready to go that I want to take and um, turn into something to engrave. I'm just kind of moving them around. So just as a friendly reminder, the black lines are going to be the cut lines, and these two things are going to be what I want to engrave. So in my layers panel, you're going to see right now that what I have is I've got the layers that are the actual cut lines, those are currently locked. I'm going to leave them locked. Here's what I have to do. I downloaded a font from dafont.com, and the problem is if I go to the other computer and it doesn't have this font available, the laser cutter will regress it back to Myriad Pro. So what you have to do is if you have a font that you downloaded, actually do this with all fonts, I just realized it doesn't work for any fonts, click on your font and go to Object, Expand. And then this pops up and you're going to say OK. And now if you look at it, it's hard to tell, but it's no longer a font. It's now an editable object. And I no longer want it to be black because if it's black, it's not going to engrave it. So I'm going to grab this and I'm going to change this to red. And then I'm going to make it a red outline. This is really important, this last step. Make sure your stroke is 0.001. So see how thin that is? That's what you need. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing over here. Select my font, Object, Expand, and say OK. And then again, I've got to make this red. Make it a stroke like that, and make your stroke 0.001. Otherwise, it will not engrave. The laser cutter does not recognize that thick of a font. All right, so what I have to do now is I've got to make sure that the cut lines are also set to 0.001. So I'm going to lock the layer that has my engraving and unlock the layer that has my cut lines. And if I just go ahead and select them all, I can see my stroke is set to the wrong thing. So I'm going to change it to 0.001. And that's it. So now I'm going to go ahead and save this because I want to turn this in. I'm going to call this silver pendant, and I'm going to keep it as an Illustrator file. That's really important. Don't turn it into a JPEG or a PDF or a PNG. It's got to be an Illustrator file. It has to be a vector-based image. So I hit save, say OK, and then back on the presentation, there is a hand-in folder that you're going to go to, and you're going to click on that and then upload your Illustrator file for printing. And so you'll come back here. Hopefully this is going to be going to the right place. Yes. And you just say New, File Upload, and there it is. And I say Open. And I've now turned that in. So that is your goal for today, so you get that finished and turned in today. Good luck.